2025 regular Absecon City Council meeting. Mayor, can you lead us in the flag salute, please?
Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This is to advise a certain advance notice has been given to the date, time, location, and to the extent known the agenda of this meeting in accordance with the provision of the Open Public Meeting Act. And notice of this meeting has been posted prominently at the bulletin board in the municipal complex lobby on the city's website and communicated through the newspaper designated by the governing body. This is to further advise that this meeting is being recorded electronically and can be viewed on the city's website at abseconNJ.gov. All right, we'll kick it off with a public hearing on behalf of Comcast. Sir.
You do roll call.
Oh, roll call, please, first. Oh, boy.
Clark,
I just got excited.
Evans. Here. Lartunda.
Here.
Light.
Here.
Parker. Here. Sykes.
Here.
DeRose.
Here. All right, Comcast, would you like to come up and introduce yourself, sir?
Thank you for the introduction, Council President. My name is Fred DeAndre. I'm the Senior Director of Government Affairs for Comcast in New Jersey. I'm here tonight in further pursuance of Comcast's franchise agreement with the City of Absecon. This is our license to operate in the town, allows us to build our network, maintain it, and operate in the city. I want to start by thanking the Mayor and City Council for holding this hearing. I know it was scheduled a year ago, and I wasn't able to make that meeting, and I'm glad we were able to reschedule it and move this process forward. The hearing is required by state statute and regulations and provides an opportunity for members of the public to present their views on Comcast application. The franchise is Comcast's license to serve the city and build, repair, and operate in the city's right-of-way. We started this process on February 26th of 2019. Our legal entity, Comcast of South Jersey, LLC, sent written notice to the city indicating our intention to seek a renewal of this franchise. And then on April 6th of 2021, we filed an application for renewal of municipal consent with the city. We also provided the map of our network showing where we provide service throughout the city. We do not believe there are any deployment gaps in the city, but if you're aware of any residents who are unserved, please let us know. We did file applications with the state for their BEAD funding that were due 3-4 weeks ago now. This is federal dollars that were dispersed through NTIA. The state of New Jersey received over $200 million and put it out to bid for cable operators and other ISPs to provide service to those who are unserved. So we have filed applications for that throughout South Jersey, Atlantic County, and it's more pronounced, as you might expect, in Cumberland County, Salem County, but there are pockets throughout the county in places like Buena Vista Township in Atlantic County. So I don't think that's the case here, but if you do hear of any unserved locations, please let me know. No action is required tonight from City Council. This is, again, just an opportunity for both the governing body and Comcast to hear from the public. The community feedback expressed at the hearing can be incorporated into our dialogue with future meetings and baked into the new resolution or ordinance, which will act as our contract. Once that contract is finalized, we'll petition the Board of Public Utilities, and they grant the renewal of our license. I know you have a packed agenda tonight, but I just want to enter just a few comments about the company for any folks who are unfamiliar with Comcast. We were founded in the U.S. in 1963. We're now a global media and technology company with headquarters in Philadelphia. Comcast Xfinity is now the largest internet service provider in the U.S., and Comcast Business, which is our commercial branding, is a leader in business technology. The network utilized by Xfinity and Comcast Business is the result of years of investment and innovation that continues to get smarter, faster, and more reliable. It delivers next-generation broadband experience to millions of homes and businesses to support the increasing demands of our customers today and in the future. Our network was built to provide flexibility and reliability so that we can quickly respond to spikes or shifts in usage. We saw this during the pandemic. We were able to meet capacity demand. Other providers in the state had challenges. There were, hearings held by the BPU, but they were not focused on Comcast because we build 3 years out to also using AI and machine learning to seamlessly optimize our internet delivery, making our network even faster and more reliable down to the household level. Locally, Comcast operates 20 cable systems in New Jersey and provides cable service to more than 340 municipalities. More than 2.5 million New Jersey homes and businesses have access to Xfinity and Comcast business products and services. We're proud to serve the city, and we look forward to renewing our agreement so we can continue providing service in the future. If the governing body has any questions about Comcast's operations, network, I'm happy to answer them, and also I'm able to take questions from the public as well.
Before I make a statement, does anybody from the public like to ask a question to Comcast? Well, I wanted to thank you personally, because whenever the city has needed information from Comcast, you've delivered very quickly. So we're very appreciative of the service you personally provide on the government affairs side. The only email I got, I'll just forward to you. I got it as I was coming in here today. I guess there's a pole that's now a dead pole, and the only utility left on it is Comcast. I'll forward you the email.
Sure.
And I literally got it on the way in here when they saw that there was a Comcast hearing. But otherwise, very appreciative of your responsive time for the city. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Council President. We'd be happy to coordinate with whether it's Atlantic City Electric or Verizon, whoever the pole owner is,
Okay.
to, move we're usually one of the last two off.
Yeah.
Depending on who the owner is, so we don't get notice sometimes that, our network's hanging on a pole, but we're not aware, so we can take care of that promptly.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Anybody else
Thank
from
you.
council have a
Thank you
question?
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Pleasure meeting you.
All right, regular meeting agenda, 2025 ordinances for adoption. 05, bond ordinance providing for various 2025 capital improvements, appropriating $1 million therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $952,000 bonds or notes of the city to finance the cost thereof. Do I hear a motion for the second reading of this ordinance 05-2025?
Motion. Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Lartenda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. Ordinance 05-2025, bond ordinance providing for various 2025 capital improvements by and in the city of Absecon, appropriating $1 million therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $952,000 bonds or notes of the city of to finance part of the cost thereof. May I hear a motion to open the meeting to the public for comment or discussion of this ordinance?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to speak to this specific ordinance? May I hear a motion to close the public portion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? May I hear a motion for the final reading and adoption of ordinance 05-2025?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Lartenda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes, this ordinance has been heard and is finally approved. I didn't think so, yeah. Establishing, ordinance 06, establishing salary ranges for the city of Absecon. Do I hear a motion for the second reading of this ordinance 06-2025?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Lartenda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. Ordinance 06-2025, establishing salary ranges for the city of Absecon. May I hear a motion to open this meeting to the public for comment or discussion of the ordinance?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to speak on this specific ordinance? May I hear a motion to close the public portion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? May I hear a motion for the final reading and adoption of ordinance 06-2025?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Lartenda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes, this ordinance has been heard and is finally approved. Ordinance 07, amending ordinance 12-2023, amending chapter 216 of the City of Absecon Code governing hotel and motel registration. Do I hear a motion for the second reading of this ordinance, 07-2025?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Larotunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. Ordinance 07-2025, amending ordinance number 12-2023, amending chapter 216 of the City of Absecon Code governing hotel and motel registrations. May I hear a motion to open this meeting to the public for comment or discussion of the ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to speak on this ordinance?
You can just provide your name and address before you start.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it's Judy Fiacco. I'm the pastor of Absecon Presbyterian Church, and my address is 221 West Church Street in Absecon. I would like to propose a tweak or amendment, I'm not sure the nomenclature, to this, and I'll just quote what I wrote to the mayor and Mr. DeRose and Ms. Parker. Can you hear me? I'm sorry. Since this bill is being proposed to keep other cities, counties, and entities from dumping people here in our hotels, could we not make an exception for current Absecon residents? For example, their ID would have Absecon on it. I'm guessing it would go in section C to say this. Except as otherwise set forth in this article, no hotel or motel guest, here's the change, other than one whose identification identifies them as a current resident of Absecon may occupy blah, 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 blah. I don't know if you want me to- Go ahead.
No, thank you, Pastor Judy. I followed up after your email with the city solicitor, John, and he provided an update to us. John, would you like to
Yes.
explain to Pastor Judy?
So, to answer your question, I mean, the governing body can always do whatever it wants, but if we were to incorporate your proposed language there, you're gonna run into constitutional issues, because you can't unduly discriminate against out-of-towners for residents of your municipality, except for a very, very minute and small set of circumstances, of which this wouldn't be incorporated into. Without getting too into the weeds, it essentially creates an issue with the Commerce Clause. And if it were challenged, I can guarantee you wouldn't be successful in having it upheld.
Okay, that's fine. I think it is ironic, since the whole thing is to discriminate against outsiders, but I understand why. I totally get it. I get it. It's not right. It's not fair what's happening to us. But I was just trying to make a little,
No.
just it's so hard for people to have housing right now, and sometimes a motel is the only way that they can do it, so. But that was what I came up with to try to make it a little bit more humane, but I understand about the law.
I'd be honest with you, Pastor Judy. I forwarded the email and I said, I'm on board.
Yeah.
And then when he tells, I can't let the city get sued too,
No,
so
I
I have to
understand.
balance both sides.
I understand.
But it does make sense. That said, right before I walked in here, I did read the email you had sent, the follow-up,
Uh-huh.
and you and I can speak offline and discuss those specific situations.
Okay.
Just as a secondary, first off, thank you very much for spending your time with our homeless task force, and I really appreciate your passion. What we can do for anybody in a specific instance, I saw that email as well. If there is specific instances, reach out to us.
Okay.
Because between ourselves, our solicitor, the chief, and that's the whole point of that task force, is we have people who will connect anyone of a specific nature of what you're speaking of. I'm trying to speak vaguely. It may
Okay.
sound a little
Understand what you're saying.
off.
I get it. I
Um,
get it.
we
Yeah.
This is not to punish the homeless. This is to hold other entities accountable, but we're still going to take care of our city and the people in this city. That's a commitment everybody sitting here has made, and it's a commitment that we all intend to follow through on as long as we're sitting here.
Okay. All
Okay.
right, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
very much.
Pastor Judy.
And
And I
the
will-
chief probably knows better than anybody. He's gonna talk, so.
Pastor Judy, I'll follow up with you.
Okay, thank you.
I think the other thing we need to realize here is this is not against anybody homeless. It's a matter of all our hotels and motels, and none of them are set up with a kitchenette or anything to provide somebody with living quarters. It's just a night stay. And in fact, at one time, some of our hotels actually had restaurants built within. They had continental breakfasts and everything else. None of those things are provided by any of our hotels, to my knowledge at this current time, especially restaurants. So, for people to stay long-term, it's not really humane for them to be stuck in a motel or hotel room without those other things. And, ultimately, you're putting not only the people there living at risk if there's a lot of people in one hotel, but our first responders, including our ambulance, fire, and police.
I understand, Chief, and I heard all that at the task force, and that's why I didn't try to fight the bill. I understand that, and I just know that if it was a choice between being on the street or being in a hotel with just whatever, I understand. So, but point well taken, thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Judy.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank
You've been very understanding for this process, and I know where your heart is, and we've talked a couple times about this, and I know it's difficult for you to hear, but I appreciate you taking the time to understand where we're at with this. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Pastor
Thank you.
Judy.
Have a good
Would
night.
anybody else from the public like to speak on this matter? May I hear a motion to close the public portion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? May I hear a motion for the final reading and adoption of ordinance 07-2025?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Laratunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes, DeRose.
Yes, this ordinance has been heard and is finally approved. Did the pastor leave? Yes. What I was gonna say is there are always opportunities as we grow and as we gain new resources to amend ordinances. Anybody that has ever been to a council meeting, we're either creating an ordinance or amending an ordinance. So as we grow and as we gain extra resources, we are always open to suggestions like Pastor Judy. But at this time, we're taking these measures. 08, amending Chapter 258 of the Code of the City of Absecon, establishing prohibitions against aggressive solicitation within the City of Absecon. Do I hear a motion for the second reading of the ordinance, 08-2025?
Motion.
Second.
Took a long time.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Laratunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes, ordinance 08-2025, amending chapter 258 of the Code of the City of Absecon, establishing prohibitions against aggressive solicitation within the City of Absecon. May I hear a motion to open this meeting to the public for comment or discussion on this ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to discuss on this matter and ordinance? May I hear a motion to close the public portion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? May I hear a motion for the final reading and adoption of ordinance 08-2025?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Laratunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes, this ordinance has been heard and is finally approved. 09, amending Chapter 330, Vehicles and Traffic of the Code of the City of Absecon, establishing regulations for the parking of roll-off containers along roadways within the City of Absecon. Do I hear a motion for the second reading of ordinance 09-2025?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Laratunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. Ordinance 09-2025, amending Chapter 330, Vehicles and Traffic of the Code of the City of Absecon, establishing regulations for the parking of roll-off containers along roadways within the City of Absecon. May I hear a motion to open this meeting to the public for comment or discussion on this ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to speak on this ordinance? May I hear a motion to close the public portion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? May I hear a motion for the final reading and adoption of ordinance 09-2025?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Larotunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes, this ordinance has been heard and is finally approved. Ordinance 10, amending Chapter 270 of the Code of the City of Absecon, establishing regulations for the prohibition of commercial vehicles within residential zones. Do I hear a motion for the second reading of this ordinance 10-2025?
Motion?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Larotunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. Ordinance 10-2025, amending Chapter 270 of the Code of the City of Absecon, establishing regulations for prohibition of commercial vehicles in residential areas. May I hear a motion to open this meeting to the public for comment or discussion on this ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to speak on this ordinance? May I hear a motion to close the public portion?
Motion? Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? May I hear a motion for the final reading and adoption of ordinance 10-2025?
Motion? Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Larotunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes, this ordinance has been heard and is finally approved. 11, amending ordinance 11-2024, amending chapter 254 of the City of Absecon Code thereof titled Peace and Good Order. Do I hear a motion for the second reading of the ordinance 11-2025?
Motion?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Larotunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. Ordinance 11-2025, amending ordinance number 11-2024, amending chapter 254 of the City of Absecon Code thereof titled Peace and Good Order. May I hear a motion to open the meeting to the public for comment or discussion on this ordinance?
Motion? Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to discuss or comment specific to this ordinance? Captain Mazer? May I hear a motion to close the public portion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? May I hear a motion for the final reading and adoption of ordinance 11-2025?
Motion?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Larotunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. This ordinance has been heard and is finally approved. May I hear a motion to add resolution number 157-2025, accepting volunteer firefighters to the consent agenda?
Motion?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Larotunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. Just to comment on that, it is rare that we read in an ordinance that wasn't actually on the agenda. Carrie and I run a tight ship when it comes to making sure the agenda gets out on time to the public. And we had already published the agenda, and the fire chief had two new young volunteers that wanted to go to the fire academy. The fire academy starts in like 2 weeks, and we wouldn't have a council meeting, so I made the exception to personally read it into the record so that we could vote on it in the consent agenda. I didn't want anybody, no funny business, just two young guys that want to go to the fire academy.
Can I speak on that, Rich?
Of course.
So, the two guys that are going to fire academy, I had the privilege of actually coaching for baseball, basketball for probably 7 years. There's nothing better than having two guys that grew up in Absecon. This is actually the third group that I've been since I've been up here that are now being part of our community and getting actively involved as a volunteer. And it's absolutely phenomenal that these guys want to give back and do stuff for the community that they grew up in. And these are two of the best kids that I could vouch for. So I'm shocked and really proud of all of them. So I appreciate it.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. Consent agenda. All matters listed under item consent agenda are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be discussed separately. Are there any council members that need anything removed? Nope. All right, 148, authorizing, what?
Yeah, Nick, your mom, I think, put something on here,
Oh, I didn't realize that.
right?
Okay.
Doesn't,
Yeah,
Which
oh,
number?
yeah,
I can
can't,
tell you.
Like the block number. I think she's. Private permit reimbursements.
yeah,
we know
I
which
think
one?
it's,
Sorry.
I
150.
Okay, thank you.
So I will remove 150 from the consent agenda. 148, authorizing the acceptance of and when authorized the release of various street opening permit security deposits, permit 10-25. 149, authorizing the acceptance of and when authorized the release of various street opening permit security deposits, permit 19-25. 151, authorizing the payout of accumulated time for an employee who resigned from the city of Absecon during the year 2025. 152, authorizing to rebuild the router pump and to purchase equipment materials from Grand Turk Equipment Co., Inc. 153, authorizing for HVAC services for various departments. 154, authorizing the insertion of special item of revenue into the 2025 municipal budget to allow for the receipt of $2,100 from the new State of New Jersey Highway Traffic Safety. 155, authorizing to cancel a portion of the third quarter, the fourth quarter of 2025, and the preliminary of 2026 taxes on the property located at 315 Pennsylvania Avenue, Block 83, Lot 8. 156, requesting the County of Atlantic to consider the removal of the right turn prohibition of southbound Pitney Road at Woodcrest Avenue. 157, accepting volunteer firefighters into the City of Absecon Fire Department. Do I hear a motion to open the meeting to the public for agenda items only?
Did you skip 151 by accident or on purpose?
No, you skipped
150 we removed.
Yeah, but you skipped 151.
No, you said 151.
No, I read.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Pay attention, Alex.
I thought you skipped
Nick,
151. I didn't hear
do you just
151.
why don't I read 150 and you just abstain?
Yeah.
Yes, it threw
150,
me off there.
authorizing the acceptance of and when authorized the release of various street opening permit security permit 20-205.
Okay.
Do I hear a motion to open the meeting to the public for these agenda items only?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to come up and speak specific to any of these items? I gotta ask, state your name and your address, sir.
Bill Hoke, 615 New York Avenue. I'm just looking at the consent agenda here at 156. It's about the right-hand turn on Woodcrest Avenue. Between 3 and 5 years ago, previous administration here went through all the process about trying to have that removed. Supposedly, the county said they were okay with it. I was here at the council meeting when they did it. But the council decided to leave the sign up.
They, it's my understanding.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
And he's like,
No,
ahead.
you're 100% right. So what happened was it came back to our attention. Unfortunately, previous city councils went through the whole process and then chose not to put it on the agenda. I don't know why. I can't speak on behalf of that. It came to my attention. It was a no-brainer, and we added.
Chose not to send the request to the county.
They chose not to send the request. So this is us moving forward with that.
Okay, because I remember them, I thought
You're correct, sir.
specifically saying that.
It was on
the
and
county said,
passed,
yeah,
they
go
never
ahead,
followed
Dead
take
on.
it down, we don't
Yeah,
care.
3 years.
Yeah. So
But
in
we
order,
decided to leave it up.
in order for
I'm
this,
for taking it down, I'm
yeah,
just saying.
yeah, no. But so in order for this
I don't even
council.
think we need to have this on here.
In order
Have
for,
to.
we spoke with Ed and John, in
I
order
asked.
for
Put
this
it up. I thought the
council to
city
make,
put it up.
to do it, we do have to ask
I
the
asked,
county,
yeah, wait a minute, Ed
because
said
we're a
we
new
put it up.
council, so that's, and the second they say yes, I'm out there with a sawzall.
I volunteer my time to take it down.
Yes, there you
He's
go.
a good person to
I
ask.
drove 110 Woodcrest Avenue.
Was it the city that put it up, or was it the county that put it up? I thought the city put it up.
No, it's a county road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
county did
Yeah,
it.
but I still thought the city put it up.
No, we never
No.
maintained that sign.
Yeah.
It never went down, the county put it back.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look at the past, it's
Yep.
bizarre, but.
I just thought it was in the news.
Would anybody else from the public like to speak on agenda items?
It is stupid.
Do I hear a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda. May I hear a motion to move the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Larotunda,
Yes to all except 150, I abstain.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
Zeros.
Yes. Approval of the bill list, $1,645,155.44. May I hear a motion to accept the bill list?
Motion.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Larotunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
Zeros.
Yes. Approval of the minutes, regular meeting minutes, 7/17/2025. Just really quick for the record, folks that are here or new, in July, we have one meeting, and in August, we have one meeting, just to clarify. May I hear a motion to accept the minutes?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Laratunda,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes,
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. I get a break. Reports, we'll start with Councilman Light on the end.
Thank you, Mr. President. We did not meet this month for lack of substance and the conflict of several people's schedule. We will meet next month, the first Monday at 5 o'clock, and what I'll do is, looking at the schedule, that falls on Labor Day, so I'll clarify and check with our website. But a couple things that I would like to bring up is I'd like to special thank you to our for our National Night Out, for all the participants, for the police, the fire, our public, especially our public works, that maintain all of our parks impeccably every day, as well as all of our buildings. I don't know whether the public really realizes, I know I always say it each meeting, but our public works do a whole lot more than a lot of other communities. We don't outsource a lot of stuff. They do a lot of stuff in-house. There's really a lot of talented people within our town, and they save our community as well as our residents a lot of money. I would like to make a comment on, I received a couple of notices from the residents, two residents, one requesting and following up on pedestrian safety. One would have been on Highland Boulevard. The other one would be on New York Avenue, where there'd be an entrance into the bike path. So we are working on that. We have been working on that. We're working on some grants. So we are working diligently to come up with a really good plan and keep the cost down. And then I was approached by a resident on National Night Out and complimenting all the work that was done on Crestview, and just asked if we had proceeded with any punch list items as well as we're wrapping up that project. So I said I would reach out to our engineer and follow up with them. So thank you. Have a good night.
Councilman Clark?
Finance has not met since the last meeting, and we will be meeting in September, and we'll be working on the budget for the first time for 2026, which will be a head start, and we're asking all of I know Kristen, our CFO, is sending out a message to all departments to start working on your 2026 budget, so we're going to get a few months ahead of that, so it'll be great.
Great. Thank you, sir. Councilwoman?
So I just want to also touch on National Night Out. It was a very successful night, lots of participation from all the local businesses and the vendors, Absecon Public Schools, Holy Spirit, the Veterinarian, Romans, Jersey Cow, Home Depot, Zona Real Estate, Atlantic County SWAT team for their demonstration, and of course our police and fire department. I think that it was enjoyed by everybody. I know that Tokyo Joe was there, and he made a comment that that was the fourth event that he was at that night, and Absecon was the only town that everything was free. Every other town had food trucks there or something else that was to be purchased. They did have vendor stands like we did, but he was quite impressed by the participation and the outcry from our residents that showed up. And of course, thank you to the police department for cooking all the hot dogs and everything, and the demonstration from the fire department that they had with the hoses and putting out the fire, and of course hanging the flag for us. So,
Councilwoman, can you clarify who Tokyo Joe is? for people listening.
Goes by that
the
anymore.
county sheriff,
He's strong.
Joe Donahue.
He's the Atlantic County Sheriff.
Can I just piggyback on that, Rich? I don't think people realize how much time that the chief, his crew, Betheo, Mazer, Hink, all these guys put in to make it successful for our kids and our families and everybody there. And people rant and raved about what a good job they did. And I just don't want to be able to look how much time these guys actually put in. I think somebody needs to recognize that, because it is time by these guys. It's time by the public works to get everything organized, and it's time by these guys and the fire department. And they did a great job, and it should be recognized.
To organize where everybody was going to be. They, put it out in paint, everything, people showed up, they knew where their spot was. It was definitely well organized, and thank you to you.
It was flawless.
Since we're talking about National Night Out, can I just chime
Throwing me off here, Chief, of course. Sorry. Of course.
So first off, I want to thank all yous for, everyone here for always supporting us and allowing us to do these things. Selfishly, I will not allow outside vendors and food trucks and stuff, because National Night Out, I believe, is given to the public. It's bringing our residents and our children down to interact with our first responders, as well as our council members and the mayor. You know, it's pretty amazing that Lieutenant Hank had this huge job of planning for National Night Out for a long time. And he was so proud the other night because he passed it on to Patrolman Bethea last year, and this is his second year doing it. On Wednesday, the day after National Night Out this year, Patrolman Bethea was already planning for next year. So there's a lot of work that goes into that, and you know, I want to thank all of our local businesses and our groups for being a part of such a great night. And you know, I just need the public to understand that if the police department could do that once a month, we would, because our officers really enjoy being with the public and the residents and the kids more than you can ever imagine. So I want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting us with that, because it's a huge effort, and there's a lot of satisfaction when we can interact with so many people that we're so happy. I heard so many residents say, I haven't seen this person or that person in so long, and it was so fun to be out here and you know, be able to, you know, talk to people that we haven't seen. So thank you guys, and you know, I want to just say I'm very proud of our police department and everybody that's involved that do this on a day in and day out basis, because you know, I'm very grateful for the men and women that work for us, you know, reminding everybody that, you know, we're asked to do so many different things, and you know, our attention to detail is on all these things that people either see as a problem or see as a positive light. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, we only have 23 full-time officers working all summer, so I'm kind of I'm taken back with how hard everybody has worked this year to continue to provide these services to everybody.
Thanks, Chief. And the only note I will add to that and the other council members, for me, quite honestly, I think the most exciting part was we as a council and police department have worked extremely hard to, for the first time since the 90s, increase our police department numbers, and it was extremely exciting to have our 6 officers that graduated less than a month ago in uniform, interacting with the public, huge smiles on their face. And I'll be honest, that was the most exciting part for me, was seeing those guys fresh out of the academy already working and you know, doing the job, community policing. So kudos to those folks.
Well, we're all chiming in about National Night Out.
There goes my whole report.
I was going to say, Councilman Parker is not going to have anything to say.
Wait, I'm still not finished with my report, so go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion. Listen, guys, he's nothing
Anarchy.
I'd like to make a motion to see Council President DeRose back in the dunk tank. It was the only thing that this year, and I think it would be good for community morale.
Only if the mayor is in it, too.
I'm still recovering from broken toes last year, so but I will consider that, but I won't read it in. Councilwoman Parker.
Linda's not done.
I just want to touch real quick, we did have a meeting tonight. We did meet at Community Affairs, and our biggest thing now is Creek Fest. We're looking forward to September 21st from 2 to 7. We do have our food trucks confirmed. We are looking forward to another positive outing, just like the National Night Out, for our community, for everybody to come out and participate. Anybody who is interested in getting involved, please reach out to me. We are still looking for volunteers, even for that day, even if it's selling a T-shirt or being at the entrance, checking IDs. We'd love to have anybody come out and help us. And our next meeting is September 4th.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Parker.
Oh, hi. A couple things have happened since our last meeting. One was the Mass for Healing that was hosted here right at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton on the 23rd of July. I was lucky enough to be able to attend this Mass, and it was a pretty solemn Mass, but something that was necessary and something that I'd like to see again. It memorialized the people we've lost in these traffic accidents, but it also honored the police officers that respond to these accidents. So I think it's something that I'd like to see again, and I believe that we're lucky that we were able to host it right here in Absecon, and thank the prosecutor's office and our police department for helping put this together. The other thing that happened in July, the next day, on the 24th, our six officers graduated from the 30th graduating class of the Atlantic County Police Training Center, and I'm happy to see them. Almost every day, I think I've seen them since they have started, so they're a great addition to our police department, and we are lucky to have them as well. I will not talk that much about National Night Out because I think it has been covered, but I do think that the best part was seeing our 6 new officers there. The second best part is I walked there on Crestview Avenue Phase 1 project, and that was a lovely walk down Crestview Avenue too, so shout out to you. We met this Monday, and pretty much talked about those couple of items we just talked about. I know there's been a lot of talk about the bridge, and it is being addressed. We touched base about having the movie at the as a fundraiser for the Field of Dreams in September, so we're going to work, Community Affairs is going to work with the police department on planning that. Chief, do you have anything else to add?
I do. Since you mentioned the movie will be Saturday, September 18th.
What's the movie?
I believe it's going to be the Field of Dreams.
I love it.
Perfect, very fitting.
It's awesome.
The Field of Dreams at the Field of Dreams. So please come out and support the movie, and all proceeds will go to the Field of Dreams.
Do we have a Blue Devils schedule yet to know that that's...
There's a schedule. I think they just, yeah, they just announced it.
13th.
There's a schedule. I have that, yeah. The first home game always.
Saturday, September 13th. I
13th,
apologize.
okay.
Have you ever heard the Kevin Costner story about Field of Dreams and Field of Dreams?
No.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Thanks. Thanks for saving us.
I'm gonna leave you all hanging out. There you go. Councilman Sykes. Thank you, Council President.
I'm sorry. I did want to expand on the graduation. I've been in police work for over 25 years. I've been your chief for over 5. The fact is someone's mentioned it earlier. The last time we recruited untrained officers for the city of Absecon was 1990. To actually, recruit and hire within, myself as a longtime resident and growing up here, as well as retired Captain Stoll, when we wanted to be a police officer here, we were told we had to go somewhere else and transfer, or we were never working here, because they just stopped sending people to the police academy. I got to tell you, the graduation, myself and the administration, along with Mayor Marone, we had a fantastic day seeing those guys during the graduation, and quite frankly, it was one of the highlights of my career. So thank you for all of that.
Thanks, Chief.
One other thing I just want to talk about. On Thursday, August 21st, at Church by the Bay, Pastor Lou is working with us with this homeless problem. He's taken a different approach because he's tired of people talking about it and not doing. So what he's done is he's asked us, the Galloway Police Department, along with Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office, the New Jersey State Police, we are going to have an event from 11 to 6 that will, we're going to filter or invite or try to get anybody who is in a position of homelessness or anything else to the church. We'll have healthcare professionals, mental health aides, drug addiction advocates. We'll be there to help with job placement, housing, There'll be hot meals provided along with personal hygiene. I think this is a step in the right direction, and we're hoping that we can change, maybe if we can change 1 or 2 lives that day, it'll be a huge building block moving forward, and working together with these other people. So it's going to be Thursday, August 21st. You're going to see signs out there, trying to get the people that are of need aware of this, and as well as we'll be using, some of our other partners to help the people get there.
Chief, where was that location again, just to reiterate?
It's Church by the Bay.
The old State Trooper Barracks.
It's right on Route 30, across from like the Wawa there.
244 East White Horse Pike.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Councilman Sykes.
Thank you, President. We have not met yet this month. We're going to meet this coming Tuesday. 8/19th this Tuesday. We got a couple of things on our agenda we're going to discuss with the committee, a couple of things in the works. Really looking forward to it. I know we have football season coming up. Again, to the Public Works, kudos to those guys. Fields look great. Practice fields look great. So the one thing I didn't want to count, not everybody already said it, but, National Night Out was a huge success. Again, huge thank you to all that were involved with planning, council, police, fire. I have 2 little kids. They were running around and, just to watch them have a blast and see all the different people, really enjoyed that. Second, for me, I know this is our motto, Absecon is home, but it was just really neat to see the community come together and all the different businesses. Everybody came out. Everybody had a tent. I just think that's a huge reflection of our town on how we can come together and everybody can kind of put everything else aside and, just really do that for the community and the kids. It was awesome. So, thank you.
Councilman LaRotunda?
We have not met this month. Our next meeting will be August 21st, but I would like to also thank all the businesses who participated in National Night Out. And I also want to thank all those who came to Jersey Cow's grand opening this past Saturday. It was a great afternoon, and congratulations to them again, and thanks for their investment here in town. And looking forward to them having a successful career here, so thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Engineers report.
Thank you, Council President. I just have a few updates. So I've mentioned in past meetings we have a project to update our lobby here at City Hall. That project's going out to bid. We're having our bid opening on August 19th. Those will be ADA accessibility upgrades. We're going to basically open up the lobby so you won't have that vestibule there. You just walk straight into the lobby, so it'll be a lot easier to get in and out of the building, and there'll also be some improvements to the sidewalk in front of the building just to make it more accessible. So that project's going out to bid. Our road program and the raised crosswalk project are moving along in the design process, so we can get those out to bid soon. Last meeting, we did approve the new flashing crosswalk signs on New Jersey Avenue at Highland Boulevard, so we've sent all the contract information over to the contractor. We're getting him scheduled, so you'll see those signs coming up soon, which will be a major safety improvement. And then last but certainly not least, we had a meeting with the Atlantic County Engineers Office on July 30th regarding the Shore Road project. They did extend us the courtesy of meeting with us in person to try to short circuit the normal review process of we send them our stuff, they send us a letter, we send them a letter. So we spent almost a couple hours together going over line by line the outstanding items. I think we all left that room with an understanding of the last final tweaks that needed to be done. That final package will go into the county this month. And our expectation is that we will be moving into the bid process very, very shortly after that. So I'll keep everybody updated. I know I've been saying we're on the 1 yard line. I don't know. It's like a tush push now. Like we're right there. So we're almost there. That's all I got.
Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it.
The crosswalks, you think are going to be out to bid when, did you say?
I don't have a date yet, Councilman, but I'll get you our projected date. I'll let you know.
Do we have our assigned locations of where they're going to be placed first, or no?
We do. I just don't have that handy with me.
Okay, that's fine. I can get it from you.
We did have Public Works. We
Okay,
can
I'll
find all that.
grab that.
And
I have,
Steve.
retaining that project is, do we have, you'd be disappointed if I didn't ask you this, do we have an upgraded lighting package in there where mostly all those streetlights are all struggling all along there? Is that?
For which project?
Shore Road.
For Shore Road, so it's not part of our bid package, but we can certainly address it as, in parallel with the project. They're Atlantic City Electric lights, so.
Because that road will be shut down or whatever they're gonna do, it'd be a perfect time to do some improvements and there'll be a cost impact, but I think it'll serve everyone well.
Sure.
Thank you.
Got it.
Anything else, Councilman? Good.
That's it. Thank you.
Mayor report?
I have to say, National Night Out. I have nothing left to add. I was gonna throw my Absecon is Home community thing. Councilman Sykes got it for me. Thank you, Chief, for everything. And real quick, just to explain, we've now had 2 meetings with our homeless task force, and I think it's really important to explain some of the ordinances that were passed tonight that Pastor Judy had notes on. We have poured a lot of time and effort into these ordinances. This homeless task force has 3 different people who work in the social service industry, our police department. After the success of our first meeting, and then a newspaper article that had to do with Chief Lachlan and I kind of standing up to Ocean County, Galway Township has now joined our homeless task force, and it was very, very productive, and I truly would ask, I know we all have very busy schedules, it's summertime, but I have every intention of going August 21st to the Church by the Bay with Pastor Scala, and I would encourage any council members who are available to show up. It's going to be very rewarding to try and actually help people and put our money where our mouths are, that we're here to help, and we're going to be there for everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Before I move on, does anyone have anything else? Do I hear a motion to open the meeting to the public?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to come up and speak? If so, please state your name and address. At this point, it's anything you want. My favorite color, whatever. Anything you want.
Hi, I'm Eric Harrington, 17 Stony Brook Drive, apartment 24. This is just a traffic light issue on westbound Mill Road. Every now and then, the green light will last for about 5 to 10 seconds. It appears to follow when somebody is crossing the street and maybe has activated the walk signal. It's very frustrating during morning rush hours when you're stuck in lines of cars and then suddenly you see a yellow light when you think you've got a chance to go through the intersection. And with more driveways off of that road now with businesses, it could get backed up even further.
I appreciate that. Ed is probably cringing because I fight the good fight on the traffic timing, the lights, up and down the White Horse Pike. Ed, can we reach out?
This is at Route 30?
Yes, that's right.
The Mill Road and Route 30.
Which direction, though?
Westbound.
North or southbound?
Okay. All right, crossing from Jersey Cow over to McDonald's.
Got it, okay.
Goes really fast. Southbound is good.
I looked at the rear view mirror in my car to get the directions.
Got it. I understand. I got it.
So what we'll do is the process is, so Ed will reach out to the county/state.
Yep.
And the first thing what we'll do is they're able to look into the actual timing mechanism, and if it is running what they claim perfect, we can always then take the next step to have them look into changing the timing depending on, certain situations, or in other situations we found that the timing was off and it was rectified. So, hopefully we'll be able to follow up with you once the county, but Ed will handle that for you, sir.
Okay, all right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you for bringing it up.
Okay.
Can't fix it if
I
you
didn't
don't
know
know.
whether somebody's mentioned it before or not.
Nobody has, but you are right.
Actually, the police department did put a request in about a year ago. It did seem to get better, but now it's back to being really quick again.
Can we add South Shore Road to that then, too?
That one, unfortunately, Ed and I, but the way their timing is, they claim that it's up to the traffic study that they've done.
Sometimes you sit there and
they're not really budging. So,
Great, you missed the whole cycle.
would anybody else from the public like to speak?
Yeah, then I hello,
I know your name now, but name and address, please.
Allison Maxwell, 311 East Wyoming Avenue, second floor. So I just want to I love what you have in mind for the task force and the idea at the church. I think it's unbelievable. I'm glad you had a really great night out. I wasn't there because I was having a night out somewhere else. But I'm glad it was such a success. I think that there needs to be more community things. So, okay, because I'm trying to remember what I have to. And then.
All good, take your time.
Okay, so the first one is, I know that the last meeting, there was the talk about, it's great that there's signage now, or there's about drive, the proper driving speed, this, that, and the other. But at the last meeting, it was said that there were a lot of different people in the community who felt that there was a traffic issue, or like that people were driving too fast, stuff like that. So the idea that I had is, I love the idea of Absecon is home. So I think it would be wise to create signage that people can put on their, and they can get it here, and they can pick it up, maybe for like a price of $5 or something like that. But that would meet the needs of the community, because they'd feel like they were really heard on those things. And the idea that I have is like, Absecon is home, drive respectfully, drive like your kids live here. I think that'd be a really good one.
Done them once before, haven't we?
We still have them.
I think we've done them, yeah.
Before we were on
It's
council,
drive safely,
that
your
was,
kids or something like that.
it is 100% time to do that again. It was, I believe it was like, we love our children, like, in our community, please drive safely. And, like, you can drive around, so people have their broken, but we would. that's
Mayor,
what we would consider.
what we'll do is we'll, either after this meeting or tomorrow, we'll go into we call it the vault, but it's not like some secret vault. But we'll go into the vault and we'll count how many we have. And advertise. And then we can advertise it and push out a campaign again.
Okay,
You're in a great spot for it.
I know. I know. We have the tractor, all the food things going through. I think that whole area with all 5, streets coming together, I call it the star. But every single area there needs signage. And I think the residents would really appreciate that. They would feel very cared for. But it also creates a sense of community. So the other idea is, so the only food bank, or the only place that I know that really gives food out to hungry people is Beacon Church. So.
I believe the Catholic Church in Absecon does as well.
Okay, they might, I don't
Place
go
in
there.
Pleasantville do, they line up right there in Pleasantville.
And the
all
place
time.
where
Yes.
we're having
Yeah, the church does
that
that,
Pastor Stragala also does.
I'm sorry, I interrupted. I apologize.
No, I don't
Go ahead.
care. No, that's great. Because I wanted to know more places. Yes, the place in Pleasantville does, the school does. But I think there's going to be a crisis up by Smithville area. Now, that might be more Galloway, but it seems like we're in a liaisonship with Galloway anyway. So I think the real issue is there's going to be, because of everything going on with the tariffs, the economy that we're dealing with right now, there's going to be a lot of people in private businesses who may lose their jobs. There's going to be a lot of stuff. So one of the major factors from Les Mis, we know that the guy stole bread and then he's pursued by, But the point is, when people are hungry, they do a lot of crappy stuff. And they don't mean to break the law, but they're hungry. So I think that there needs to be more food banks in the area, and I think that it needs to be a position that's supported by the council and letters are sent out. Because, we don't, right now, I don't know if they're feeding kids at homes, if they're feeding kids at school anymore. There used to be the SNAP program, all these different programs. Go ahead.
I'm a teacher within one of the local districts, and we do, obviously, there's always been a free and reduced lunch that students, they do have to sign up for it. So something has to be filled out, and once that's filled out, that parent, that guardian, that student, they do have access to free and reduced, depending on what the income for that family is. But we do free breakfast for all, every day, Monday through Friday.
Wow.
They get whatever they want, usually multiple things, a juice, a milk, anything from yogurt to bars and things like that. But that is every day.
And that is advertised in the, I know
Within the
nobody.
school, it's advertised,
And then I know
it's emails.
nobody reads a newspaper, but legally, the school districts have to advertise it in newspapers during the summer. So the notice did go out from all the school districts in the area about free and reduced lunches.
Wonderful. So I'm also, that's just amazing. I'm so glad to live in this community. So the other thing is, Well, thank you, Mayor. So the other thing is, I think we can reach out to the VFWs, American Legions, also to provide food banks. Right now, we've got to create the social security net that's not out there. The next thing is.
Can I speak on that real quick?
Go ahead.
You know, I think that's a fantastic idea. We have a lack of food banks, yes, but more importantly, there are probably more food banks around than we realize. And the reason they don't make it so public is because they're all struggling to get food in their food banks. Because there's so many people who donate to the wrong reason or the wrong cause instead of looking at their local churches and their local food banks and actually donating to them, whether you go buy canned food or give a gift card so that the churches and those organizations can go purchase food. What's happened is over the years, some of these food banks have closed because simply they couldn't get the contributions to give back to the people that really need.
Mayor, can I request that your committee look into possibly doing some sort of food drive?
I've already written it down. Thank you,
Excellent.
Council President. That's why we work well together.
All right, and I think that also reaching out to the Food Bank of New Jersey that is over on, the Black Horse Pike, they might want to have something on the White Horse Pike. It would be wise. So maybe with their fundage, they could do something as well. And then the next idea was, I've got two ideas. Is it okay that I'm still speaking? Do you need me to stop? Okay. So.
I forgot to start the timer, so I'll start it now.
So I'm hearing that the police really love to be with the youth. And, I think it would be great if there was some sort of activity for youth or even for young adults, something like that. Because we don't really have a recreation department. Do we?
Yeah, we do.
We do?
SAC, Absecon Social Athletic Club. We run all the sports in town. So we have soccer, basketball, baseball. We have everything but football, lacrosse, which are the two entities. So we have pretty much, I want to say 7 sports between all of us every season. So we have a lot of sports going for these kids. We have basketball courts right down. We have the Field of Dreams. We have it's a lot of things for our kids to do.
This has been, I'm a lifelong resident of 44 years, and I've played through all of this as a kid. So this has been a very successful program for 30+ years.
Are you looking for outside of actual organized
I just want to tell you, when we do have our events, we do reach out to the schools. We have contacts at the schools. So just our day of service for Martin Luther King Day was supposed to be a cleanup day. We reached out to the schools. They sent all their Junior National Honor Society from the 7th and 8th grade over at Atlee's. It had snowed or iced the day before and we couldn't go clean up. So we went and bought peanut butter and jelly and bread, and all those students sat there and made peanut butter and jelly that we did give to an organization that gives to the homeless. They made encouragement cards and stuff. So we do actively embrace the youth in our community and reach out to the schools when we have an event that they can participate in.
That's awesome. So I guess the idea that I'm getting at is, so I go to the Egg Harbor Township Rec Center, and I love that place because they've got the Cygnus Art Center there for kids and adults. And then they have a lot of adult stuff. So I would love to see an art center of some kind or art programming.
If you asked me, my number one goal and dream as council president would be to bring a rec center to the city of Absecon. Financially, I don't see that happening anytime soon, just being totally blunt. But that is my absolute end-all, be-all goal as an elected official, is to eventually get...
Councilman Nick Lavertano's got a lot of good ideas.
I was going to say, Nick comes up with an idea about once a month on how we can get a rec center. That is honestly, right, Nick, would you say it's the number one goal?
So I think there's actually a solution for that. So you've got the Absecon Church right in town that's across from the graveyard.
Yeah, that was the pastor who was just here.
Okay, great. And there's a lot of churches in town. So, and already we're utilizing the church that's on Church Street for the senior center, right? So these churches have huge areas that they can house an art center. I don't see why it couldn't happen. It's even better than what Galloway has, which is a really small place. And the library no longer has a private room for arts in Galloway.
So the one thing I will tell you is, are you familiar with the Absecon Art Alliance?
The one run by the guy who's a teacher? Oh.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know who runs
I don't know the Absecon Arts Alliance now.
I'll connect you with them.
Okay.
Because they do different programs specific to art in Absecon.
Okay.
It bounces around. They don't have a studio or a specific center, but I can connect you with them.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd like to connect with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that.
And then the last thing is, I think I got to everything, actually, but I just wanted to understand something better. There's a field, it's a memorial field, and it's across from the Reformation Church.
That's I think you're thinking of Galloway.
That's Galloway.
Oh, that's Galloway? Okay.
That's literally the bar.
Yeah, I can never understand why it's not being used.
Right on the
Used for board. rugby, they use it for rugby, they play
Do
rugby
they?
there, yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be so great for a movie night there. You know, but
Yeah,
then I was
that's
thinking maybe it's a
Galloway. One
parking
step
issue.
over Galloway.
Okay, I'm done, thank you.
It's real buggy right there, you ever go there at nighttime, it's buggy heads.
It's mainly why it's not used.
That's why you text me her email
Thank you.
address, and I can
Real buggy there.
get you the contact with. Yeah, I just thought of that, yeah. Would anybody else from the public like to speak? Captain Mazer, if we keep making eye contact, you eventually have to come up. Do I hear a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
None.
May I hear a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
None.
Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight.
All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you for speaking.